office in West Covina, California, it's the Foo Bar Show! Yo, what is up, everybody? I am Joe C.
I'm Josh.
And we got David on the mix. Say hello, David.
Hello, David.
All right. Thank you all very much for listening into the Foo Bar Show. Thank you for subscribing and telling a friend like a champ. You can always catch us at Foo Bar Show. That's FOOBarshow at gmail.com and FOO Bar Show as our handle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Check us out, drop us a line, and we'll foo it up like a couple of foos. Ain't that right, foos?
Foos. Hello.
On tap today, we have some news, we have sports, we have music news and highlights, and today we have Metalhead Nelson.
Hello.
What's happening, man? Welcome back.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude. Metalhead Nelson in the house. We're going to be on your podcast soon.
Yeah, you guys are going to be on
our Fun Never Ends podcast.
Correct. It's shortened this time. That's right. It'll be on the 21st,
The
live
21st.
at 3 o'clock.
3 p.m. is the target time. Yeah.
If you guys want to tune in, it'll be Spreaker.com/show/Fun Never Ends podcast.
Right.
Go from there, and it'll be live. And then I believe these guys will be live on social media.
Yes.
I would hope so. By then, we hope to be a little bit more sophisticated with our live stream.
Just a couple more of those senior classes, and I think we'll get it.
I think we'll be fine. Oh salute.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, Nelson, what's been new, man? Have you seen any good bands since the last time you were in? Anything that's been...
Well, I saw a number of bands, you know. I saw Chicago and REO Speedwagon.
Oh, damn. For real?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, sick.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
5 Point Amphitheater. I saw that. That was pretty damn good. Chicago. Well,
I didn't know REO Speedwagon was still going.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
strong.
still
Yeah.
going. They got
Wow.
a couple of shows coming up. They're actually playing Sammy Hagar's Beach Party.
Did you hear it from a friend who heard it from a friend?
Heard it from a
Oh,
friend.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I took it on the run. All right. Hey,
Oh, my God.
you know, REO opened the REO
You're
Speedwagon opened the show. Great, high
Oh,
energy
sick.
and stuff like that. Chicago comes on. Everybody just pretty much took off. Everybody left because they did like the whole entire. I think it was like their second album or something. And nobody really knows the hits.
Yeah.
Nobody knows everything from that whole album.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
it's like-
people usually only know like one or two songs.
After that, they play their hits like
Yeah.
an hour and a half later. So everybody's like high time.
Everybody
now.
bounced.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. That
What?
sucks.
Yeah. So
That
was
sucks.
kind of.
Did it work out, though? Did they play good? Like,
I don't know. You know what? Once REO got done, I went back.
You're one of the people
I went
that
back to the
left.
area. I'm like, I'll listen to Chicago. I'm not going to sit there and see Chicago.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not a big fan of Chicago?
I love Chicago. I love their 80s stuff.
I love their horn section.
I can hear it. I do not need to see them. They're not one of those bands that
Okay.
I need to see visually.
Right.
So-
Why?
It's kind of like Boston. When I saw Boston for the
yeah.
first time, Styx opened the show.
Oh, shit.
Styx was great.
Was
This
it
is
more than a feeling?
yeah, it put me to sleep. That kind of more than a feeling. I'm not bashing the band. They're a great band, but they're more of a studio band. you know?
Not a live. God damn it.
Yeah.
Well, shit, man. I wanted to ask you some different questions that I
yeah.
asked you
Go
last
ahead.
time because a lot's been going on in the music industry. Obviously, rock and roll is not on top. Has not been in some decades.
Yeah.
No, unfortunately, it hasn't.
What is your opinion of the state of rock and roll and or metal today? Is there something wrong with what they're doing? What's not clicking with people like it used to, in your opinion? I like to ask people that who like the kind of the same music I do,
Yeah.
just to see what's going on. Like, why are people just stupid?
Well, yeah.
Well, the genre really has changed from how it was in the early 50s, 60s, 70s. It all progressed and it
Yeah.
all really changed. But you think about most of the rock now, it's kind of like it kind of went and it
Got lazy.
It didn't get lazy,
No?
but it went off with some other genre and it mixed in. Kind of remember rap metal for Limp Bizkit.
Sure.
stuff
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
And now you got some dubstep-y kind of thing here and there. And there's just not much of that rock and roll. I mean, it's rare that you find a really good rock and roll band. Like you'd have to travel and really find them.
Who in the mainstream would you say is that rock and roll band that is still like making people like it's putting asses in seats?
It's putting asses in seats.
Other than, of course, like Foo Fighters has been. What the fuck are you doing,
Oh,
David?
speaking of which, Foo Fighters will be at this year's Cal Jam on that Labor
It's
Day
their
weekend.
event,
It's
so I would
their
hope they
event.
show up.
Oh, breaking news.
But who do you think are still championing the genre these days?
Championing the genre. Well, you want to talk about bands that are still going, or
No, a relatively new band, at least that connects with the youth.
At this point, I don't. Man, that's a tough question. I would have to say
I couldn't answer it. I'm
Well,
just
I
asking
could-
for
I
your
couldn't
opinion.
answer it either.
Imagine
but
Dragons,
I'd
maybe?
throw.
Yeah,
Well,
but then
maybe
going back to the
Imagine Dragons,
dubstep,
but then
Yeah, no, but that's what
maybe
I'm saying.
Imagine
Like,
Dragons,
that's
or if you want to throw in Greta Van Fleet, which I have no desire
it's,
for
it's,
them.
it's
but
Led Zeppelin.
it's
a
pretty
carbon
much.
copy.
Kinda.
Yeah.
It's a carbon copy.
You know, I appreciate what they're doing. I don't appreciate that they're not giving fucking Led Zeppelin credit for their influences.
Yeah,
but then
that's-
I think Robert Plant had something to say about it from a recent interview. I don't recall.
I think he said,
where-
"What the fuck?" Like,
Did he really?
I think he didn't say that, but I think in
Lies.
many words, he said something to the effect of like, "Motherfucker sounds just like me."
But where's my credit?
Yeah, well, at least give me like I don't know, like a little pat on the back at least, or something like that. But I think the guy from Greta Van Fleet was crediting Aerosmith
What
for
the
being
fuck?
for being their.
So he credited more Steven Tyler than he did Robert Plant.
Yes, and that may be the case if that's how he writes his lyrics, but that's not how he comes across.
no,
You know,
I mean he sounds.
kind of got that vibe of Steven Tyler and
for somebody who doesn't know the difference, I guess you can, like, for example, I had a friend in high school who, throughout his entire youth, he thought "Dream On" was a Led Zeppelin song.
what?
Yeah, I don't
Damn.
know, but and when I thought about it, I was like, I guess if you don't know any better, you're probably going to make that assumption.
Well, when I was younger, like I had only heard like newer Aerosmith. So then when I was finally introduced to Dream On, a lot of the earlier stuff,
You didn't want to miss a thing, did you?
I didn't want to miss a thing.
I was jaded.
Fuck you guys! God damn it!
No need to get mad over there.
Shut up, Paul.
All right.
So, what other than rock and roll, Nelson, are you listening to? Do you dabble in other genres? I've never known you to.
You know what? I do dabble in other genres.
Would you be caught dead with a different genre on your playlist?
He's got the
Yes.
Migos on there.
Yes.
You got the Migos.
He got
on?
Migos on there. I'm telling you. I'm calling it right now.
but every now and then I'll dabble in. Look, I've seen Michelle Branch. She's amazing.
Oh,
I've seen,
I love Michelle Branch.
I've seen. There's a lot of pop groups that are really good to listen to. Here and there, there's their guilty pleasure songs or bands.
Tool tunes.
Cranberries.
Yeah.
Hey, Cranberries.
I cannot stand the Cranberries.
Zombie.
They're all right. Yeah, I heard Zombie
Like
enough,
every female in the '90s who sang a song got the memo to sing that way. Just
Yeah.
Like, oh jeez, you got her. You got fucking what's her face, Alanis, doing the same thing.
yeah.
Isn't that ironic?
Shakira did it. Still does.
Yeah.
I can't stand that fucking song.
Yeah, I dabble in a lot of other genres, blues and jazz.
I mean, other genres though.
Other-
The genres where they don't necessarily play their own instruments.
Oh.
Those genres.
Well, I did get into Deadmau5 due to freaking what was it, a coworker of mine. But then that got boring.
Yeah.
That got boring fast.
It got boring real quick for me too.
So, like, it sounded good for a second.
Yeah, yeah. So I understand that you brought another rock and roll rundown for us today.
I did.
All right, and we're not doing the Sanford and Sons intro, though I'm going to miss it dearly. But
How would you like 5 across your lip?
But I'm coming, Elizabeth.
I had to get drunk to look at your ugly family.
Well, if anybody tunes into Fun Never Ends with Nelson and Friends,
Dufresne party at 2.
the very first thing you'll hear is this. Take it away, Nelson!
Welcome to the rock and roll rundown with me, Metalhead Nelson. Oh yeah! Ooh yeah! Hope you're all having a great one and enjoying this podcast. Thank you again for Josie, Josh, and David for having me on the show. These guys will be live on my show on the 21st, which is this Saturday, which this airs on a Monday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Huh. Look at that. Someone actually pays attention.
Saturday, the 21st.
And that's why we have Nelson on, everybody.
Saturday,
We
July
need somebody
21st,
to pay attention.
3 p.m. We will be absolutely
Take
live.
notes, David.
They will take over the Fun Never Ends podcast. And they will take over everything from...
David is making a lot of people dizzy on the Instagram feed right now.
Don't throw up, guys. Hang in there.
Hang in there.
They will
I'm
do
sorry.
everything from their entertainment, sports, comedy, and hopefully a joint report for everybody.
I'll work on
that
that.
seems to have been is that your favorite segment so far?
It's a smoke and a pancake for me.
You're about a bong and a blintz.
We didn't exactly retire it. I mean, we had it on the last pod because it was a momentous occasion.
Yes, very much so.
It was 7/10, the new stoner holiday. But yeah, man, I'm sure we can put something together.
Yeah, I look forward to that.
Well, I'll need to get some inspiration. That's for sure.
These guys will be
I'll help.
It wouldn't be.
Hey,
David will supervise.
can you
What's
just hold
up?
this for a second?
Oh, you want
That's
me to
what
hold
she
it?
said.
There it goes. Thank you. For everybody who's not watching this live, I need to open a beer, and I cannot hold the camera at the same time.
Oh, my God. Everyone,
Should have asked me. I had a bottle.
Everybody get a look at that.
I know.
All right.
Opening it like a barbarian over there.
Shut up.
All right, brother. So what do you got for us today? Any good local bands playing?
Local bands. As far as local bands, not really. It's
okay.
More big time bands, but
What
just
should we
wanna-
look forward to?
You're not big time, Jose.
We're not.
Oh,
we're playing the Tilted Kilt.
That's
or we
pretty
did.
big time. Continue, guys.
I like the tilted kilt.
Everybody likes the Tilted Kilt.
We all like the tilted kilt.
I like it tilted upward, please.
So anyway, quick news. We all know that Vinnie Paul from Hell Yeah, Pantera,
yeah.
sadly passed away in his sleep. It could have been
He will
from
be
what
missed.
I read, it was a somewhat of a heart attack. But Aftershock Festival up in Sacramento, if you do plan on going, Hell Yeah has announced that they will not be playing. So just stay updated on Aftershock Festival Facebook, and they will update you on upcoming.
Did they have like a lineup, like a whole tour lined up? I wasn't really.
I believe they had a couple dates lined up.
Okay.
But now it's
Were they that busy lately?
not lately.
No,
I think
so. They were just doing like one-off shows here.
I think Christian Brady was kind of busy with something else.
Okay.
But I think since Vinnie Paul's been living in Vegas, I think he's been around. So
just
it
been
was kind
slowing
of
it
eerie
down.
because my friend had actually seen him at the bar the night before,
Ooh,
before he
man.
passed, and
Yeah.
he was all smiles, happy.
Right.
You know?
Oh, shit.
So it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, man. A lot of my Pantera fan friends were devastated.
Oh yeah.
When that went down.
Terrible loss. He was a nice guy.
And an amazing drummer, dude.
yeah.
That
Oh,
guy
hell
tore
yeah.
it up.
That guy can play anything.
Yeah.
If you even look up on YouTube, there's a clip of him and Chad Kroeger from Nickelback joining Steel Panther at Green Valley Ranch, and he's playing drums to "Talk Dirty to Me." And stuff
No
like that. Yeah, look that up.
That's cool.
So
pretty
that's
dope.
pretty cool. So coming up Saturday, October 6th, Huntington State Beach, that is. Sammy Hagar's High Tide Beach Party and Car Show.
Nice.
Dang.
That features Sammy Hagar in the Circle. The Circle.
So Sammy Hagar, he sold his tequila brand, right?
He
Cabo Wabo?
He sold Cabo Wabo, but he's in business with Adam Levine with his new tequila called Santo.
Oh, what the?
So he has another one.
Okay.
Damn.
And then he has Sammy's Beach Bar rum.